Lack of confidence in a leader is a thief. It's a robber because it robs people of vision and purpose. It robs them of their talent, their education, their personality. It sabotages progress in every imaginable way. And so much has been written about how to develop confidence and not be operating from a position of fear and insecurity. But often what has been written is an outside-in approach. And the outside-in approach does not really do it. It is superficial. It's not enough. And leaders will continue to be somewhat threatened and defensive if they don't get the inside-out approach. And that is having the right center. Now, for many years I was in a place of bondage and lack of confidence, but I came to understand what it means to have the right center. Now, we all have some kind of a center, and I would define a center as probably what is most important to us. And so there are people, therefore, sin-centered, there are people pleasure-centered, there are people education-centered, there are people money-centered, but all of those centers are changing centers. And so if everything is in a state of flux, we're going to be up and down. Times we're going to be somewhat confident, maybe some other times we're really confident, then other times we're very insecure and fearful because of having the wrong center, those changing centers. But if Jesus is at the center, or we are principle-centered, that is not a changing center. That is consistent. And so if it truly is at our center, then we're not going to be threatened and fearful because of outside forces that may sometimes be very perplexing. But what does it mean to be Christ-centered? Well, it may mean different things for different people. But for me, in my understanding and development, as I saw Jesus, I saw somebody who was never, ever concerned about what people thought of him. His greatest concern is how he can make others feel the best they could feel about themselves, always adding value to other people, not ever anticipating or fishing for compliments or anything like that. And so because of that focus and that understanding, I began to develop that in my own life, just to forget myself and not to be thinking about making an impression, but just doing anything and everything I could to build other people up and to be an encouragement to other people. That set me free. I went from bondage to freedom. And so as I think of all that, when the outcome of that, the wonderful outcome of that is in any setting, no matter what the setting, you do not feel superior or you do not feel inferior. It is a non-issue. But so much more could be said, I realize, as to how to develop confidence. But without this fundamental foundation, nothing else will last. Nothing else will be enough. And we'll never be able to have the positive influence that we could and should have and be at our very best as a leader.